Earlier this week, F1 announced that it would be moving the Spanish Grand Prix to Madrid from 2026, and as I've seen by everyone's reaction on Twitter and on other social media platforms, nobody wants this. Barcelona is not a great track for racing. We all know this. There's been many boring Spanish Grand Prix at Barcelona over the years. But, as you can see on the screen now, the track layout of the proposed Madrid Street circuit is woeful. It provides little to no overtaking opportunities whatsoever. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's another street circuit. As it stands, that would make 9 street circuits on the calendar in 2026, when the Spanish Grand Prix is set to depart Barcelona for the Spanish capital in Madrid. Now, I personally don't think this track will be any good, but it's not just about me. Obviously, I asked you guys which circuit you would like the Spanish Grand Prix to be held. Now, there were some votes for Madrid. I obviously put the current Barcelona Catalunya circuit as well, which was the winner of that vote. There was also a vote each for Valencia and Motorland Aragon, although I think a lot of people didn't see Tom97 videos that voted, because Motorland Aragon, the track layout that he chose, had a long straight, which is perfect for DRS, had loads of corners, there was just loads of overtaking opportunities. I'll try and remember to link that video if you haven't seen that already. Arav also has driven the new Madrid track, and it doesn't look very good. Yeah, I mean, that's with a set of Corsa AI as well, crashing, I can see, with F1 AI, especially if we get to a point where the F1 game is still about Make My EA, then the AI that we've got today, even on F123, they will be able to block you and make sure that you cannot pass, and it will be such a boring track to drive as well. Personally, this can only get worse, and this is a problem because it's not the only, Madrid now taken Barcelona. And yes, you can argue that people have been looking to get rid of Barcelona from the calendar. But Madrid is not the one. The track looks dreadful. And people don't want street circuits. It's as simple as that. And yes, accessibility and other nonsense about that. I mean, what they can do is try and improve accessibility to current tracks, rather than pushing iconic historic tracks out of the calendar. And it's not just Barcelona. Although Barcelona has been said that could still be on the calendar. I don't know how, because in the fact I don't think that we're going to get more than 24 races, so that it's only going to be on the calendar. There'll only be 2 Grand Prix in Spain if another Grand Prix drops off the calendar. Imola is a possibility. They could alternate between Barcelona and Imola, but Imola's got the funding so far. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. I mean, they could just say screw Imola. Screw Imola, screw Monza. We'll have a race. We'll have a street circuit in Milan. Although, Monza is on the calendar for a little bit longer, unlike this. And I'll come back to next year's calendar in the predictions videos, which will be coming very soon after pre-season testing is complete. The driver predictions of 2025 will then be out. Yes, but one track that has been linked with a change, and that's the Japanese Grand Prix. Obviously, Suzuka is such an iconic track. It's been on the calendar since 1987. It's seen so many iconic moments. To lose Suzuka from the F1 calendar would be a travesty. I mean, that would be meaning that FOM and Liberty Media, they only care about money. Because apparently they're looking to move the Japanese Grand Prix to Osaka in Japan, which would be tragic. Street circuits they asked for feedback from fans a few years ago. Nobody wanted street circuits. They don't provide the best racing, apart from maybe in a few cases like Jeddah, occasionally Baku, but it's usually just DRS. And then also Singapore. I said Singapore. What was the third one? I forget. But there's occasional thing. We also thought that Vegas, obviously iconic, and then you got Monaco as well. But you want maybe 4 to 5 at tops. Miami, dreadful. Monaco's had very little racing, as well. How long will it be before we got 24 street circuits on the grid, on the calendar? And it would be so boring at times. But that is pretty much it, really. There's not really too much I can add to this, other than saying pretty much is we don't want this. Nobody wants more street circuits. We want proper thoroughbred circuits. I recommend you go and check out Tom 97's Motorland Aragon video, because that convinced me that we should be racing there instead of Barcelona, really. But yes, if we move to Osaka, the British Grand Prix, they'll probably move it to London. I mean, Formula E already races there. I think they're trying to take the leaf out of Formula E's book and say, oh, their championship is close, they race on street circuit, when it's actually not the case. Formula E is close because obviously everyone's got the same chassis, and then also it's a bit bonkers with the drivers being so close. There are a lot more spec parts in Formula E than there are in Formula 1. But that makes Formula 1 unique. It's the fact of the matter of every car is supposed to be different, apart from AlphaTauri buying every part and Haas buying every parts they can from Ferrari and Red Bull respectively. But anyway, so I don't think it's going to work. This will I'm hoping it will backfire. They're building a capacity crowd of 110,000, and I got to think: would you go with that circuit layout? Would you spend proper money? And they're probably going to charge a lot of money as well. Would you really Would you really pay money to go and watch the Madrid Grand Prix? Just think about that. Now, in other news, we really just need to have a quick word about Toro Rosso, or as they called them, V-Carb. Yes, I just think I'm just going to call them Toro Rosso, because I think that's just the most logical name for them. What a tragic, it's a marketing exercise gone wrong again. We thought Sauber's name was worse. This is worse. They're both bad. Sauber and Red Bull really need to be told these are not acceptable names, really, for F1 teams. You can't be going around licensing everything. This is not what we're going to have next. I think Steve Brown from Quadrant, his tweet earlier just summed it up futuristically, having people's middles names sponsored now. Having the front left tyre being sponsored by a brand, left, right and centre. The safety car will probably end up getting a sponsor soon. We've already got so many sponsors like that, and it really does need to get out of here. But that's the way Liberty Media want to do things, and it's just not going to work. This is not F1. Right, I've rambled on for 9 minutes, about Liberty Media, and that the name for that team, just call them Toro Rosso Red Bull, please. Maybe we need to get some petition started to get their name changed legally to Toro Rosso or something. Although they're not technically registered in the UK, so it'd have to be anyone in Italy watching this. start a petition to get that team changed. Has it changed its name to Toro Rosso? And on that note, I've rambled on for 10 minutes now. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Race Week. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more episodes of Race Week as and when they come out. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below about Madrid, about whether or not street circuits, and of course that other Italian team. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.